before I get started, let me ask you, the audience, a question. How many of you wouldn't mind if a robot took your kids to school or did your math homework for you or cleaned your house? I mean, wouldn't we all? Well, the scary part of that is that robots can now complete human tasks with ease. And this has stirred up a large worry in the workforce that soon enough, our jobs will be replaced. Now, automation can be a vague example, so let me give you an example. Now, Amazon has recently released a new grocery store. It is called Amazon Go, and it allows the customer to simply walk in, scan their smartphone, take items off the shelf, and walk out. There's no longer a need for baggers and clerks inside that grocery store. There's also self-driving cars. Uber's already looked into replacing their workers with these self-driving cars. And in manufacturing jobs, where an assembly line is no longer required, hundreds of thousands of jobs are at risk. Now, why is this important? With the development of technology, what will stop all of this, all of these jobs from just being automated? If these robots are able to be more efficient and get more done than us, then why are we still around? Well, humans aren't at the top of the food chain because of our sharp teeth or our ability to regenerate limbs. It's our compassion and our empathy for others. Now, could you really be taught at school by a teacher who's a robot? The likely answer is no, because that robot wouldn't be able to relate itself to you or put itself in your shoes. Now, even if there was artificial intelligence, we still couldn't have the same connection we as humans have. And in the workforce, many low-level employees are the base of all businesses. I mean, could you walk into the high school and see, instead of seeing Mr. Miles, the school favorite, you see a robot? Or you walk into work, and instead of seeing the secretary you love chatting up, it's just a robot? Now, this could make a large change in our current era, but that doesn't mean that all jobs will leave the workforce. Now, 50 years ago, the ATM was invented, and ATMs are visited numerous times a week by many adults, yet the jobs of bank tellers has still doubled, and 100,000 more have been added since the year 2000, but that doesn't make sense, because if these jobs are able to be automated, then why are there still bank tellers being hired? Well, the answer to that, I would like to think, is just the grit of the human workers and the necessity of humans to work, like steel mill workers being replaced. Yet they always found a job. They always found a way back or a way to build themselves up. JFK once said in 1962 that if a man is smart enough to create a machine that can put a man out of work, then he is also smart enough to make a machine that will put men back to work. Now, technology has no limit. It has no cap. No technology can't be made into something more. And as much as economists may like to speculate that technology will run out of jobs to create, you can't speculate that, because technology can always be built. It can always be made into something more, and more jobs can always be made surrounding it. It is also important to remember that with the creation of technology, jobs might not always be created in one specific area, but it just, like, let's take the automated teller machine again, for example. Now, that job is automated, although it seems as if there would be no use, because why would humans not just want to go to the ATM rather than having to deal with a bank teller? Now, this translates to manufacturing jobs too. Because in manufacturing jobs, there would be many benefits if these jobs were to be automated, such as businesses would be able to bring their companies back to America, because why would you outsource your business to China if you aren't even going to pay your employees? Another benefit would be that the American government would be able to tax the businesses that are brought back to America. Now, even war has begun to become automated. With things such as drones and nukes, wars can be started and ended in the click of a button. But it is always important to remember that technology has no limit, and it can always be built into something more. Thank you.